you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius. Well, awesome, great week of news for me, awesome, cancer-free for a whole year. I've been celebrating with the family, enjoying life, and reading comments from you guys. You guys make me feel so great. I love reading your comments. Thank you so much for all that stuff. So today I thought I'd do a little video talking about something that's been bugging me the past couple weeks. I got my Red Bull, I'm all energized up, and let's get to it. So, I love my doctors. They've helped me, I think, stay where I'm at, stay alive with the procedures they've recommended, with the MRI schedules that I've gone with. I still take chemo after I've been clear a couple months to make sure it's gone based on doctor's recommendations. I still take MRIs fairly quick between intervals because, once again, I want my doctors to be able to catch stuff. But then there's things that are harder for me to be okay with doctors saying. So, for example, when it comes to life expectancy, thankfully my doctor that I currently have, she doesn't believe in that stuff really. She doesn't really tell me, this is how long I have, or this is how long somebody has. The first doctor that gave us the diagnosis 4 years ago told me that I had a year to live. And based on the fact that I just said that was 4 years ago, you can see why maybe I don't like the fact that doctors tell you life expectancy stuff. Even when he said that 4 years ago, I felt that was inaccurate. I just was like, that doesn't sound right. Hopefully you heard that honking. Anyways, otherwise I sound crazy. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. I get so many people contacting me in the comments or social media private messaging me, talking about their doctors giving them time frames of how much longer they have left to live. And I have a problem with that for several reasons. Number one, this is going to sound really, what's the right word? Silly, the way I describe this. I have some numbers to tell you, but before I do that, it's like the doctors are like, hey, listen, you have a year, you have this, you have this. They're basing that off of thousands, or maybe not thousands, maybe hundreds, but let's say thousands of patient diagnoses across the world or whatever in the study of how well this age group or whatever survived, lasted, whatever, your thing. And that's how they give you their best guess. That is literally what it is. It is their best guess. I don't know, maybe sometimes patients ask, how long do I have left? But I really feel like, number one, that's not a great question to ask, because that's just, I don't know, I wouldn't ask that. I'm not interested, I'm not interested in hearing your guess of how long I have, Like I said, number one, every human body is so different. Like our makeup inside, our genetics, the way our bodies fight off infections and things like that. Some are better at it than others, some are worse at it than others, And I feel like when you just immediately give the person that number, a year, 6 months, whatever, you are saying, hey, this is my guess, but you might have this long, And besides the fact of it, the chance of being incorrect, making the person depressed and angry and scared, what if it's wrong? What if it really affects the positivity part for me, because I believe that being positive and strong-willed helps so much in the fight against cancer. And if someone who is already scared about it is told they only have a year, even if they're positive and working on it throughout the year, they're in the back of their head might be thinking, he said I only have a year, he said I only have a year, he, she, whatever. And I don't like that. I just really don't think it's helpful in the situation. That's me. You can ask your doctor for estimates, but that's me. I do not ascribe to that philosophy. I looked up real fast a couple studies to see the percentage of doctors that are correct with their best guesses when it comes to this field of knowledge. And I got two numbers for you. 20% of the time, doctors are correct with their estimates. And that was one study. So one study said 20% of the time, doctors are correct when they give you the year. Whether it's too optimistic or too negative, they are 20% correct. Then I found another study that said, oh, we're going to be a little more positive. They're right 23% of the time to 78% of the time. Do you see that? Do you see that right there? 23% to 78%. That is such a huge window of we're right and we're wrong. Like, that's just such a huge window. It's like, at that point, you know, say, hey, while you're giving me how much longer I got to live, you know, give me the lottery numbers since you're so good at guessing stuff. I don't know. It's just, I think there's so many tools in your tool belt when it comes to fighting cancer, you know. Positivity, for me at least, is one of the strongest ones, because getting somber for a moment, even if I didn't make it that long, I would still have rather believed I could beat it, worked at it, and had a positive outlook. So even when it was at the end and I knew it was coming, I'm like, well, you know what? At least I wasn't like, damn, I saw this coming and I'm just ready for me to die already. I lived fighting it and having positivity, you know, and not just, I don't know, everyone's different. I'm not judging you for living your life your way it is, but I feel like it's just so miserable and so sad, especially when a doctor who you respect and has all this knowledge says, you have 1 year to live, you have yada yada to live, when they're right 20% of the time, you know, and at best 78% of the time on a scale that goes from 23% to 78%. It's just at that point, I'm not interested, you know. Now, like I said, when they tell me how much medication to take, yes, I'm going to take that, you know, because they can, if they're wrong about that and you have side effects, they can adjust it and work on it, you know. It's different. It's different for me. Like I said, I trust my doctors when it comes to medication, when to take my MRI and stuff like that. But when it comes to telling me how much longer I got, it's just a guess. It's literally a guess. And no matter where you look up online what they say, even it's always a guess, because once again, they aren't they can't read the future, you know. They don't have a crystal ball, and they're not like 1 year for you, you know. This is a guess based on a study, you know. This is not, we looked at your future with your body, with your way of handling things, with your immune system, and saw that you will last this long. That's just, I'm not interested in that, you know. That's me personally. I'm sure there are doctors who could argue saying that there's a reason for us giving the life expectancy numbers and all that stuff. I don't know. I always prefer to live life as if you never know when it's going to be over, because you really never do. You know, cancer is just something that is what's the term? It's a thing that could get you. You know, and who's to say that that is the thing that will get you? You know, who knows with this insane world what could happen? Car accident, you know, heart attack. You know, you slip on some ice and hit your head. It's like, why add this level of predictability, quote unquote, even when it's not that accurate, to your life expectancy? You know, it just adds something over your head floating where you're like, they said a year, you know, time's passing, you know. I just don't think that helps. I really don't think that helps. Once again, that's my personal view. That's how I've looked at it since I was diagnosed, and that's how I'm going to keep looking at it. You know, I've only had one doctor tell me life expectancy, and that doctor was wrong about a lot of things, not just the life expectancy. Wrong about not being able to do brain surgery on me because of certain things. Wrong about what treatments to do. And we went to a different doctor who said none of those things, proved all of that wrong, and that was just a couple weeks later. So it's really also second opinions, guys. Second opinions are very important. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. This is just a little positive thing I wanted to do, a little tiny rant. I'm not angry at doctors. I'm sure they're told to say these things. I'm sure it's part of the job, but I really, not every doctor I've had gives me a life expectancy thing, and I just don't like when they do, because it's like, you don't know that, you know? That's like me, I don't know. That's like me telling them, you know, you got 20 years left. It's like, I mean, hey, between us two, I wonder which one's more right about that life expectancy guess. So, I don't know. Anyways, you guys stay awesome, stay amazing. If you watch this all the way through, I just thought I'd say something really cool. My last couple of videos I've done, the last two, the music in the background has been music that I've made. I don't know if I'm going to do that with this one, but definitely those two, I put music in the background that I made, so I thought that was kind of cool. So if you like that music, you know, hey, that was me. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I have some more cancer type topic videos. I got some cool things in the pipeline that I'm really excited about that I'm not going to mention yet. And I really want to keep doing music one day. I have a great positive album that I can't wait to talk about. So that'll probably be next week when I talk about that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay positive, stay happy, live life, enjoy it to the fullest. Not everyone has what you have in terms of just being able to go out there and live life. So do it, Cancer be damned, Who cares, It's just the something in your head, Enjoy life. Watch cartoons, be with your family, play solitaire. I mean, whatever you want to do, go to Disneyland. Just live it up, guys. See you in the next one.